Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be filming a work with me, so a behind the scenes of our Etsy shop and our small business from home. So if you guys are new to my channel, hello, I'm Sally, and my husband and I have a small business from home where we make a bunch of laser cut items, wood signs, and things with our lasers back here. So yesterday we came out here, we were only able to work for a couple hours, so we got started on some orders and we did a little bit of cutting and staining and painting, and then we got some more orders throughout the day, so I'm going to be getting a head start on those. But I'm going to go ahead and include some clips of yesterday and some of the stuff that we got done, and then kind of head on into today. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. We got a lot to do today. It is a rainy day and it's a little bit chilly. It's funny because it's been like starting to creep up into the 90s, and then we had a bunch of rain come in this week, and so it's a little bit chilly today and rainy, so but I think it's supposed to clear up in a little bit. But yeah, we're out in the shop. We're gonna go ahead and get a head start on some orders that we got from last night, get started on those for today and see what we can get done. And then hopefully I can go ahead and get started with packaging tonight, because it's towards the end of the week, so we like to go ahead and get everything out. We usually break up our week into like sections, so we'll work out in the shop about 2 to 3 days a week, and then the rest of the week's done like packaging and then planning for the next week and things like that. So anyways, enough talking, and I'm gonna go ahead and get on into orders for the day. But like I said, you guys are gonna see yesterday first, and then we'll kind of ease on into today. So here we are on this day. I start off by getting everything set up in the shop. That is turning the lasers on, getting the bed set up, putting wood inside, and making sure that the focal point is correct for the jobs that I'm going to send to the laser. While I'm doing that, John is over getting the wood ready by gathering the types and sizes that we need for today. I always work ahead on Lightburn by designing all of the files needed for the orders and having them ready to go by the time that we work out in the shop. So here I am getting everything set up by plugging my laser up into my laptop and sending the jobs over. John and I worked on getting our scraps semi-organized over here by sorting them by size. That way I can easily find and utilize my scraps by different projects that I need. So yes, we always save our scraps. Pretty much all we're doing right now is sending each job over at a time, taking them out when done, and loading up the next job. It is so nice to have 2 lasers now. I think about that often, how much time it saves us. It definitely helps. While I'm finishing up cutting some of the backer boards, John is over here getting our painted pieces prepped. So with our white, we get a lot of orders with white paint. So we usually just roll big boards white because it definitely saves a lot of money. Spray paint can get pricey, and if you're going to cover one of these full sheets, it's definitely going to use a couple cans. So we roll that, and then we spray paint the smaller pieces so that way we have those ready to be cut when they are dry. We'll do 2 coats of the paint, by the way. So after 1 coat, we sand it really good and smooth, and then we will do our final coat so the pieces look good and clean. Next up is staining. So all of the backer boards that they wanted certain colors, we go ahead and get those stained. And we actually were having other orders coming in that we wanted to add on to this week's, queue, what we wanted to make. So, but we were running out of time on this day because it was Wednesday, and we usually go to church and youth group and stuff on Wednesday nights. So after we got done with that, we headed and got some dinner, and then we went to church. And so that's what we got finished up with on this day. So here we are the next morning. It was starting off still raining. We had a lot of rain on this week. It was just raining pretty much every single day. So that's always fun. But yeah, I started off this day by going out and yet again getting the lasers cut on because we had some other orders come in, and I wanted to go ahead and get those backer boards stained and ready so that we could add those into what we were going to get out this week. So I get a lot of questions on our lasers, and we have Thunder Laser. I love it so much, you guys. It's been an amazing first laser for me, and the laser that I will continue to have for the rest of my time. So I get a lot of questions on how I'm liking it, and I'm loving it, and I highly recommend it to anybody that's looking into getting a laser, just because it's been amazing. I've had no problems with it so far. The customer service is great, and I always like to kind of throw that in there because I get a lot of questions after each video. What laser do you have? Do you still like it? Have you had any problems? And yes, everything's been great. Love it. Can't say enough good things about it. And yeah. this was the last board that we had to get cut, and now everything is finished. So all of our pieces are cut, and next thing left to do is kind of let everything sit, and we have to glue everything up and package. For dinner tonight, we made some yummy breakfast for dinner with some chocolate chip pancakes and sausage and eggs and fruit. So a lot of you see me work all the time in my videos, and you don't see a lot of like the behind the scenes stuff, but I am a wife and a mom, and you know, that comes first rather than just working. So you will see me here just cleaning up after dinner, just doing normal mom things, normal life things. And before we get started on work, I like to clean up the area that we'll be working on really well. And for one, I can't focus when there's a mess around me. So after dinner, here I am just like cleaning up the kitchen and getting everything cleaned up, vacuumed. And I also do like a quick little mop through. Like, it's not like our deep mop, but when it's, you know, so rainy and nasty and there's mud being dragged in from our two big dogs, I like to kind of like clean up a little bit. So that's what I usually do in the evenings. I just kind of clean up a little bit, and then once everything's done, I spend some time with my kids, put them to bed, and then sometimes I'll get back to work in the evenings. Not always, but on this particular day I wanted to, because I wanted to get all of the orders out the next day instead of our normal like day after that, because I wanted to take my kids to the movies and do some fun stuff this summer. We're trying to plan a lot of fun stuff to do this summer. We don't have any vacations planned, but we plan on doing fun things throughout the week, like local stuff that we can go to, you know, like the movies and just different fun things, going swimming. So that's what I had planned on doing, and I will stay up all night if I need to ensure that my kids have some kind of fun this summer. So we currently are still doing the packaging and shipping inside of the house, just because we don't really have the space in our shop to do all of that, and there's a lot of sawdust and everything like that. So what we're doing is cleaning the signs off, bringing them in the house, packaging, shipping, and then putting and loading them up in the car. And we're outgrowing it pretty fast. I know I've talked in the past about we're still wanting to expand the shop somehow, but I don't want to add another building. I just think that we already have enough buildings. We have my husband's, you know, shop with all of his things, and then we have our shop now that we do all of our woodworking, and I just don't want to keep adding more and more buildings. So what we might do is just expand the shop that we have now. It was built and when we built our house, and so we probably will just kind of add on to that to make it kind of look seamless, and it'll be in the same spot. So I'm not sure about that yet, but y'all stay tuned and I'll show you guys kind of the journey with that. I think we might be doing that later this year, because we definitely I had to add this clip in here. As you see, what these are the dogs, what they do all day, every day. They play fight. And a lot of people that don't have big dogs, they think, oh my gosh, like, what are they doing? Are they about to hurt each other? But no, they fight like this all the time, play fight like this all the time. But here I am just getting everything kind of sanded. I like to sand over my pieces that are natural wood just to make sure that they look good and clean before I glue them on. And this evening I was just getting everything a head start. Like I said, normally I don't work a lot at night, but like I told you guys before, if I have something planned the next day or I want to try and not work, I'll work a little bit more in the evenings. So that is what I'm doing today, and I am just gluing everything up. So here we are the next morning. I woke up early, and I decided to go ahead and just get everything started. So our jobs are, I do the bubble wrap. I put all the signs in bubble wrap and get the, cute little thank you card and everything on there. And then my husband does the hard part, I'd say, which is putting all of the cardboard and making the packages. So he does that part because he's really good at it. We have only had, I'd say, maybe 1 or 2 signs break in the last 6 to 8 months. It's really nice because he's figured out a good groove that works. And sometimes you can't avoid it depending on how shipping and handling is, but I think we've got it pretty down pat the way that we package these signs. So it's pretty nice to have that, but he does that while I do this. So I get everything ready for him, get them laid up on a shelf, and then he gets it done after that. And I didn't show him packaging a whole lot, just because I was showing myself doing this part, and we kind of probably should have a couple other cameras, but that's what I was doing. I was getting everything packaged up and ready. And then when we get done with that, we load up everything in the car, and then we head to UPS and the post office. Does anyone else live in pajamas whenever they work from home or they're at home? I just can't stand being in like real pants when I'm inside the house. Like when I'm out in the shop, I feel like I have to wear my jeans or like, pants that can get dirty. But when I'm in the house, I am always in pajama pants. Who else? So here is one stack of our orders that John packaged up, and then we have some of the other signs already out in the car that I did not show until here. So here is how our car is all loaded up and ready to go. And after that, we headed on to UPS, and then we decided to go to the movies to see the new Elemental movie. Y'all, it is so good. If you have kids, go see it. It is such a good movie. But then we ended our day. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope that you all enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.